You're not busy. You're just distracting yourself from your life. See, most people don't actually have a time problem. They have a distraction problem. Whether you're trying to avoid conflict at home or distract yourself in the workplace, the average person spends over 2 hours a day scrolling on social media. It's actively changing the chemistry of your brain. That's just over 30 days of scrolling within 1 year. Part of the reason every year keeps feeling like it's flying past and getting shorter and shorter is because our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, and we're distracted on our phones and on our computers all day. Since there's 24 hours in a day, if you scroll for 15 minutes every 2 hours out of the 12 hours that you're awake, you already scrolled for about 2.5 hours that day. So if you're scrolling while you're pumping your gas, or you're scrolling while you're waiting in the line at the grocery store, even if you're scrolling while you're waiting for your morning coffee at Starbucks, that still counts towards that 2.5 hours that you've done spent scrolling every day, which equates to that 30 days, an entire year spent on your phone, ruining your brain, ruining your mind. Don't even get me started on the people that play Subway Surfers while you're driving. First of all, how do you even do that? Like, I finally got to the point where I can drive with no hands while I eat my food. You're telling me you're playing Subway Surfers, hitting new records while you're driving? Literally, I talked to my friends about this, and most of them are like, oh no, it's not that bad. Oh, it's only 30 days in a year. There's 365 of them. So now there's only 335 days left of your year, your entire year, and you want to get rich. Keep in mind, all my friends right now, they all aspire to be rich. They all aspire to make money. They all aspire to be successful entrepreneurs, investors, influencers. That's what their goals are. That's because I'm aligning myself with those type of people. But they don't realize that the small things matter. Studies show that the average attention span of a human between the ages of 15 and 36 is 8 seconds less than it used to be. So you're telling me an entire species within the age ranges of 15 to 36, their minds are all so ridiculously cooked that their attention span is 8 seconds shorter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds shorter in the last couple years than it's ever been in the history of time. That's ridiculous. A lot of people are now chopping it up to, oh, I have ADHD, I can't focus, this, that, and the third. You don't have ADHD, you're just used to being distracted. They've mentally wired you. By they, I mean the Matrix. If you want to put a triangle with an eye in it right there, that's who I'm talking about. They've mentally altered your brain so that you are distracted all the time and you can't focus on the truth, being God, of course. I'm always gonna bring it back to God because he's the way, the truth, and the light. And at the end of the day, if you can't focus on him, then you can't be close to God. And God is whose image you were made in. So if you can't receive from the person that literally created you, then you will be easily manipulated, confused, and mentally challenged and disturbed, which is great for creating slaves. Just being honest. If you work a 9 to 5, you scroll on your break, you scroll when you get home, you scroll when you wake up, and then you repeat that process, you are a slave, not only to the triangle with an eye, but you're a slave to yourself. You're not even in mental control of yourself. You are literally not able to recognize that you are wasting your life on a phone. The average person checks their phone over 90 times a day. You probably didn't even know that. You probably check your phone between 60 and 90 times a day. With all the notifications, the times you want to scroll, when you gotta text your mom, I'm gonna be late for dinner because I'm out partying with my friends. When you text your girlfriend, baby, I'm gonna be late because you decided to do whatever you decided to do after you got out the shower. You don't have a distraction problem. Your attention's constantly being pulled into things that don't matter to distract you from the Lord, from the truth, and from the blessings that have been prepared for you in the heavens. Unless you're a polymath, even with polymaths, this is a touchy subject, but unless you're a polymath, multitasking is near impossible for 90% of people. Multitasking is quite literally switching from task to task over and over, cutting the amount of focus you're putting on each thing individually. So every time that your attention is getting pulled a different way and you're getting distracted, you're essentially trying to multitask. So when you go on your phone and you scroll for a second, you're watching Don do a backflip into the pool with rubber ducky fins on, and you come back to real life after you put your phone down and you see, oh, I gotta wash the dishes. You go wash the dishes and then you get a notification on your phone and it's your mom texting you, so now you gotta text your mom back. And then you get another notification from Instagram because your favorite influencer just posted, so you click that, and then you look at that video. Now you still gotta go wash the dishes. And then you still gotta go do whatever else you gotta do after that. So essentially, every time you switch tasks or end up distracted on your phone, you're literally slowing your life down. Your phone is not your life. Being on your phone, like your phone should not be your life. It's a tool. It's like ChatGPT. You don't go to it for everything. That's what God is for. You use your phone as a tool, but if you're constantly on your phone and getting distracted and switching between tasks, your life is literally slowing down. But the problem with that is life doesn't slow down for anybody. So your life is still continuing, you just wasted time. And since social media triggers dopamine and the notifications on your phone trigger dopamine, and the idea of thinking about going on your phone to scroll will trigger dopamine because it's an addiction, you're not just being distracted, but you're being chemically rewarded for following a pattern of wasting time. And it's ridiculous to say, I've fallen for it too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm holier than thou. I also fall for this trap sometimes because I'm a human and I'm 22 and I was raised in this environment. But I've recognized that it's bad, so I'm working on cutting it out. It's hard, it's a challenge. But I believe that if you actually realize how important it is to follow through on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll be able to push that habit aside, rewire your mind, regulate your dopamine levels, and operate at peak capacity. Where energy goes, focus flows. It's a simple fact that everybody knows. If you focus your energy on your phone, your life is gonna waste. If you focus your energy outside of your phone, your life will develop. So put the phone down and focus on something that's important to you. Focus on something that will bring value into your life or value into others' life. Find a way to serve. Find a way to uplift yourself and others outside of the phone. You don't need social media. It's just a lot easier, and it's quick dopamine, and it's quick money, and it's quick control for the triangle with an eye to manipulate how you think about things and process things. Just stop distracting yourself and stop letting yourself be distracted. Right now, before you even finish watching this video, go into the comments and comment one thing that you're gonna do to develop your life rather than allowing your time to be wasted away scrolling and being distracted. It doesn't matter if you're gonna wake up and make your bed, go to sleep at 10:30 p.m., or you're gonna make sure to drink a gallon of water today. Comment something that you're going to do to make sure that you're actually improving in your life and not letting 30 days of your year get wasted away, scrolling and being distracted by TikTok dances and Instagram memes. And the honest truth is, the reason that you're getting distracted by Instagram memes and TikTok dances is because it's comfortable. It releases a little bit of dopamine. You get to lay in your bed, you get to scroll and act like the world around you doesn't exist. You get to avoid all your problems, you get to avoid all your trauma. It's kind of like being under the influence of drugs. It's called dope for a reason, because it releases dopamine. So at the end of the day, comfort is the trap. They want to keep you comfortable. They want to keep you sedated. They don't want you using your mind. You want to know why? Because you were made in the image of God. You were made in the image of God. So they want to keep you sedated. They don't want you using your mind. You are a creator. You were put here on this earth to create. So you can create stuff. You just need to focus your attention into where you want energy to flow. So if you have a creative project you want to focus on, set a timer, 1 hour, focus on this project, no scrolling. Then you will slowly build your life. And that'll take that 30 days of the year down a couple of days, because that's how time works. Because time is linear. It's going to move and continue on regardless of what you're doing. While you're scrolling, somebody else is building an empire. While you're scrolling, somebody else is building an empire. You're just stuck in a scroll loop because you don't want to sit with your reality or face yourself. Go look in the mirror. After you comment the one thing that you do, let this audio keep playing and go look in the mirror and look at yourself. Why are you scrolling? You have the potential to be a king or a queen. You have the potential to develop a community that is supporting and uplifting enough to break through barriers of the mind that have been placed in front of us by authorities that use manipulation and mind control to create a construct of slavery within our world. You're not ruining your life by one decision of scrolling one time. It's the consistent habit and repetition of the practice. Yes, scrolling is also a practice. It's something that you do repeatedly that you've gotten pretty darn good at, haven't you? Deep down, you really know what you should be doing. And that first thing that you thought right when I said that, that's what you should be doing. And you know it. So get up and go do it. The second this video is over, set a timer for 30 minutes and take active steps towards achieving whatever that goal is, accomplishing that goal, following through, getting something done. It doesn't matter if you only get partway through it within that 30 minutes. Chances are, once that 30 minutes is up, if you actually love this thing, you're gonna wanna keep going, but you're just not doing it. If you've already decided that after this video is over, you're gonna click on the next video and not go head towards that goal, this video right here is for you. So watch that video and then go do whatever you're supposed to do, because this one will get you motivated, I promise. The only reason that discipline feels so hard and consistency feels so hard is because you're not used to it and you haven't practiced it. You don't have the reps. You haven't done it consistently. It's not hard to be disciplined, especially if it's something that you love or something that you like. But it's a choice you have to make and you have to start. And once something's in motion, it's Newton's law. When something's in motion, it'll stay in motion unless acted on by an opposite force. Stop avoiding your responsibilities. Stop avoiding the things that are gonna make you a better person, and recognize that the longer you wait and the longer you postpone and the longer you avoid, the worse you're gonna feel over time. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure, like I said, comment one thing that you're gonna do to make sure that you're elevating your life within the next year. If you have to, go back to the timestamp in this video, look at yourself in the mirror and listen to that audio again. And think to yourself, honestly, who am I and who am I going to be? Who am I and who am I becoming? And that'll let you know where you're at in your life. I'll see you on the next video. Skate.